Welcome back into the campus kickoff week 11 with your host, Jlo.
College football lovers, week 11, the campus kickoff. This season's going by so fast. So much has happened. Can't wait to go over all the game planning coming up this week. Talk a little bit of Gator talk, some coaching search. I'll see you soon.
We'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time. How was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just said, man, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Bucketeers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Richmond Cannon, still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Bucketeers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Bucketeers. You're tapped in, and here we go.
Welcome back to week 11's campus kickoff with your guy, Jlo.
Welcome back. Boy Jlo from Bucketeers. I'm excited to go over all the matchups this week. On week 11, we are already here. I can't believe how fast the season's going. I appreciate all y'all tuning in to the campus kickoff. We got many more shows to go, but in the meantime, we're going to go over the Jlos Jolts.
It's time for the biggest games of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday with Jlos Jolts and Jlo kicking off. Tuesday, the Battle of Ohio. Miami of Ohio at Ohio.
What a good start. 2 5-3 teams battling for a bowl game spot, which I both think they will as the season comes. But what a good way to start the week on Tuesday. But I like Ohio at home. I'm going to go with the home field advantage. Give me Ohio over Miami, Ohio. Jay Cribble, defensive end. I think it's going to give a lot of fits to Miami, Ohio. Give me Ohio Bobcats at home.
The big Wednesday night action returns with Northern Illinois at Toledo.
So it's do or die for Northern Illinois. You know, they're 2-6. They got to start winning some football games. They're gonna have a shot at going bowling, which I highly doubt. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the other home team, Toledo. I think they're gonna pull the win at home. Junior Vanderoff, the third, Tampa native, I think is gonna go off for Toledo and get Toledo the win. Give me Toledo.
Thursday, UTSA at yours truly, University of Southern Florida.
USF, they probably might have hurt themselves out of the playoff race, but I'm not going to rule them out just yet. But they cannot lose any more games. They got to win out. They're going to have any shot at the conference championship and also the playoff bound, which I think they will, playing UTSA at home. Give me USF, winning big at home. Mac Harris, underrated linebacker. He's going to be great at the next pro level. Give me USF Bulls.
Friday night with the playoffs on the line with Friday Night Lights. Tulane travels to Memphis.
To me, one of the most underrated games this week. Tulane's a team, that's had it up and down, but they're still a very good, talented football team going into Memphis. Do I think they give Memphis a fit, get the upset on the road? Not this time. I feel Tulane is going to come up short. Memphis is a very good football team as well. I like them to pull the win. And then Cortez Bradham Jr. gave USF so many fits a couple of weeks ago. Give me Memphis Tigers at home.
A loaded Saturday slate for Week 11 kicks off with BYU at Texas Tech.
One of my favorite games of the week. Two just slobber knockers going to go at it. Texas Tech is very good at home. They suffered a very tough loss, but I think they're going to get BYU their first loss of the season. Texas Tech, David Bailey at linebacker, 11.5 sacks, just a stud at linebacker who's going to give a lot of fits to BYU. Give me Texas Tech Red Raiders at home, baby.
From one Texas to another, Texas A&M looks to continue their surge at Missouri.
Underrated game. I've been down to A&M for the last couple of games, not picking them to win. Do I think they're going to continue it? Going to Missouri is very tough. And I'll tell you why. Ahmad Hardy, sophomore running back, one of the most top bats in the SEC, I think is going to help seal a win. Give me Missouri at home, giving A&M their first loss. It'll be a close one, but Missouri Tigers, let's go.
A big battle in the Midwest of the Big Ten as Oregon travels to Iowa.
This could be a trap game for Oregon going into Iowa because they cannot drop another game or else they're going to be out of the playoff race. To me, I feel Oregon is really going to fight hard. They're going to get a very close win. Dante Moore is just a stud quarterback, doesn't turn the ball over. I like him a lot going to the next level when that time comes. Give me Oregon winning.
Louisville hosts Cal in a cross-country battle.
Louisville is just one of my favorite teams. I enjoy just watching their journey, winning football games. Brom, hats off. You've done a great job with that program. If you stay, awesome. If you go anywhere else, hey, respect, man. You brought that program back to winning. That's why I got Louisville winning at home with Isaac Brown leading the way at running back, who's another back I'm going to like at the next level. Louisville Cardinals at home.
Playoffs are on the line as the Midshipman Navy travel to Notre Dame.
So this is a game where Notre Dame, I feel, can probably slip up and lose to Navy, but do they do it? No. Why? Because Notre Dame's at home. I think the home field advantage in the crowd's going to help Notre Dame pull off a victory over Navy as they continue to get that playoff spot because they cannot drop another game either. Jeremiah Love, a great running back. I think it's going to give them a lot of fits. Notre Dame with the W.
It's time to dive into the swamp and get those hands dirty and talk some Gator Bites in the world of Florida Gators football with your guy, Jlo.
Gator fans, here we are. Lost a close one to Georgia, but there were some positives. The defense balled out, played the best they could to their ability to give Georgia a lot of problems, which I knew they would. I mean, I was very proud of them. Robert, the defense coordinator, when we hire a new coach, hopefully we retain you. I think you're doing a lot of good for these kids to perform on defense. As far as the offense goes, I mean, O'Hara calling the plays. I got to give him a lot of props. I saw a big difference from Napier's Pop Warner coaching, play calling, compared to O'Hara. O'Hara, hats off. I think you called a really good game against a very good football team who's probably going to be in the playoffs when it comes to Georgia, honestly. I will say the coaching search has been wild. Lane Kiffin's been the big name, but we're going to be realistic here. With them competing for a playoff spot, I feel we're not going to be able to pluck him away from Ole Miss, which is fine. Shout out to Lane Kiffin, what he's done at Ole Miss. I think he'll probably end up staying. I could be wrong. He's my number one choice. He's everybody's number one choice in all the universities. But to me, I feel we're going to be doing some deep searching. Hopefully we go get a proven winner. That's what I hope for the program for the most part. But in the meantime, we move on to Kentucky, going on the road. Kentucky having a very bad year. Very bad year. Probably going to fire their coach, Mark Stoops, who's a very underrated defensive play caller. I think he's going to be a defensive coordinator somewhere, maybe get another shot at another university. I feel Florida's going to go with a lot of momentum to go in there, pull off maybe a hard-fought victory because Kentucky, they're tough to beat at home on their turf. Lagway, you're going to have to make better decisions, man. I feel you had a better game, but still you're going to have to be better because to me, I feel you need competition. We need to bring in some other quarterbacks, depending on who takes over as head coach, to get you better, man. I'm rooting for you. I want you to be successful, but you're going to need some competition. Stay healthy, which we'll discuss another time. But in the meantime, Gators, I like the effort. I like what the future holds. Now we just wait for the next head coach. Go Gators.
It's time to fly high and take a quick dive into Week 12 with the Bird's Eye View and J-Lo.
Bird's Eye View. I know you guys probably going to know me talking about SEC matchups, but to me, SEC is one of the best conferences in the whole nation. I like Texas at Georgia. I feel that's going to be pretty much a playoff spot. That's going to be pretty much a playoff spot on the line. Yes, Texas is still somewhat smidge in it because they got to win out. But going to Georgia and their turf, that's a tough one. Very tough one because the only team that proved it was Alabama, which whatever. To me, I feel Texas and Georgia, that's going to be the game of the week next weekend, which I will talk about in the next episode of the Campus Kickoff.
It's time to get those stunners ready, Stone Cold style, with the finisher and J-Lo.
The finisher, thank you for tuning in. It was fun. My jokes were off last week on some of the games, but it's okay. I'm not perfect. It's college football. Any given Sunday, anybody can win. But I feel confident in these picks I chose. It's going to be a fun weekend coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing more progression out of my Florida Gators football team. I'm looking forward to seeing just slobber knocker games over the weekend. And plus, hey, we got a whole lot of football left. Until next time, this is your boy J-Lo from Bucketeers. Have a good night.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball here. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. what a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
And honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Bucketeers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, I'm still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Bucketeers of wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Bucketeers. You're tapped in, and here we go.